Welcome, everybody, to Word on the Street number 2. I'm Zach Fennie, singer-songwriter. You're watching my vlog. This is my guest, Piper Hayes.
Hi.
Piper, do you want to tell them a little bit about yourself, what you do?
I'm also a singer-songwriter. And
What a coincidence.
Yeah, I know, right? Who would have thunked it? But yeah, so just moved up to Napa from LA. Got some cool stuff to talk about.
Right on.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. One of the things I was suggested to talk about last week, some of the feedback I got was someone wanted to hear a little more about kind of what I was doing, sort of more an extension of the blog that I had on my website. And so I just want to give a little quick recap into my week before we dive into everything with Piper. It was kind of a slow week for me. I went back to school. It was that time of year again.
That sucks.
So yeah, it does suck.
I always forget about that.
My assignment was to read the Declaration of Independence for my political science class, and that was cool. You know, I thought it was gonna be a lot longer than it was. It was actually pretty short. It was sort of inspiring, actually. It's kind of like a long breakup letter, you know. And then I played at the Saint on Friday night. You played at the Saint, right?
Yeah. Shout out to the Saint.
Saint's a really cool venue.
Scott and Heidi.
Yeah,
the
Scott
best.
and Heidi. They're the best. They're a cool venue out in St. Helena. They're a wine bar.
It was an old bank, and so it turned into a wine bar.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they've got that safe in the back. So what I like to say is it's the only place in St. Helena where you could have safe sex.
Hey now. So yeah, that was cool. I like playing at the Saint. I'll be honest, it was a little slow. It's kind of that time of the year right now,
Yeah.
but everyone who was there was super into it.
Yeah.
Everyone was there, seemed very appreciative of it. They all tipped me pretty well. Scott and Heidi were there. It was actually my first time meeting them in person.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, they were.
They're
great.
always dancing and having a good time.
Yeah.
And just making sure everybody's having a good time.
They seem to like me. They hired me back for every Friday in February too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to come down and shake my booty.
Hell yeah. I got Maddie too. Maddie's tight.
Maddie's the best. She's moving, though, to
I know,
Seattle.
it's so sad.
She's my best friend up here.
And then I had a gig on Saturday. It was at a Maker's Market, which is like a little craft fair thing. But what I didn't know until Saturday morning, after I had already posted about it on my Instagram, is that it got canceled. So, yeah, it's the way things go sometimes. Yeah.
It's kind of like a whoop, psych.
Yeah.
Just keeping you guys on your toes.
Yeah, and it was just kind of a funny thing. I was actually sort of relieved to have a day off after that because I was sort of sick earlier in the week, and I felt like my voice was a little strained on Friday night.
Yeah.
And then I got 4 3-hour gigs 4 days in a row coming up this week too. So I'd rather just
Holy.
rest at my voice and keep it nice, you know.
Definitely, yeah.
So that's about it. What's going on my week? But how about your week? I know you had an exciting week.
Yes, so I was in Los Angeles all week. I drove down on Saturday last weekend, and I flew back yesterday.
She just gets a new car every time she drives down there.
I'm not that much of a rock star yet. No, my car is safely parked somewhere in LA. I'm not gonna tell you the location.
I think that's an oxymoron.
I'm not gonna tell you the location of my car.
If you find it, you win the car.
Just not what's inside. Trust me, you don't want anything that's inside. It's so messy right now. But yeah, no, I was in Los Angeles working with my band. I have a huge gig coming up on the 29th of January in Los Angeles.
That's Tuesday, next Tuesday?
Yes, it's at the Mint, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's
a
an
lot
awesome
of people.
venue.
Yeah, we've already have the tickets are already almost sold out. So it's
baller,
yeah,
dude.
so it's really exciting. Get your tickets now if you're in Los Angeles.
Who are you playing with?
Well, it's my band, and then I think we're just opening for some other local bands.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Yeah, it's
Right
gonna be
on.
fun. Tuesdays are showcase nights, so lots of industry people. And
Nice.
It's gonna be great. I'm just excited to get on stage. It's been a few weeks, so I'm excited.
It's
to
been a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm just excited.
I know
miss
what
it.
you mean though. When it's
I
been
miss
yeah.
it.
When you gig often enough, you're like,
Yeah.
it's been a couple weeks. I gotta get back up.
I know. So
I
it
gotta
was
show
nice.
people what I can do.
Exactly, and it was so nice to see the ocean too. I'm from Southern California, so it was really nice to go back home.
Which
for a
beach
little
you go
bit.
to?
I hang out in Malibu a lot. Yeah, just
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's a few little secret hidden beaches that I run away to. Did
There's
a photo shoot there.
Tony Stark's place. He's out there, right?
Yeah, Tony Stark. Yeah,
Yeah.
the homie. Yeah, my favorite breakfast burrito spot. It's good times, good
Nice.
memories.
That's awesome. Well, I know you have some big stuff coming up in the future. In addition to your show, you have an album coming out.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? When's it coming out?
Yes, so the album is called Vagabond, and we're gonna.
It's an awesome name.
Thank you. Yeah, it came. I was backpacking for a while on my own in Europe for about a year. 3-week long trip turned into a year-long trip, and my mother called me very distressed one day saying, Piper, you're just a vagabond. And me and my friends were dying laughing, and we were just like, oh my god, okay, well, that's my new name now.
Absolutely.
And since I'm blonde, and I definitely do have my blonde moments, I'm a natural blonde, I have my blonde moments, so vagabond just kind of came naturally. And it's great because I feel like everybody's has their vagabondness on the inside. Like, we all have those moments where we just need to, like, run away and just do something crazy.
I'm fighting myself, Mom.
This isn't a phase. No, I'm very excited. It's gonna be. We already have a lot of hype around it, so I've been sitting on it for a few months now, and I'm just really ready to put it out into the world and let people get down with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the writing process behind it? Some of the things that maybe inspired you with your songs?
Yeah. So this is my debut album, my first album. So a lot of the songs are from my travels and just from adventures that I've taken, which is why Vagabond came naturally for the title of the album. I write about all sorts of things about just about being out on the road and the different experiences you have, experiencing things like love and lust and pain and confusion and everything in between, and joy and sadness. But I mean, it all comes with being on the road, and it's how you manifest beauty from those experiences that helps you write the songs.
That's
so
beautiful.
A lot of them are just little vignettes of my life. So
that's a really cool way to describe that. I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
What about the recording process? Where'd you record it? Who produced it?
The recording was amazing. So I flew to Memphis, Tennessee. I met this through mutual friends. This guy Andrew Sheps, he's a producer and he does engineering. He introduced me to this guy called Matt Ross Spang, and Matt lives in Memphis, Tennessee, and he works for Sun Studios and he started out at Sun Studios and now works at Sam Phillips Recording Company, which is where Elvis, my love, Elvis and Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis and Booker T and Al Green and all these legends, John Prine, Margot Price, all these people in like the Americana country world have recorded. And so I met him and we just instantly clicked, and then a month later I was back in the studio recording with some of Memphis's finest session musicians.
That's
which
awesome.
was incredible. These guys I've played with Cyndi Lauper, Neil Young, and then a lot of the people that I mentioned. But
that's badass, dude.
It was incredible, and we did it all live in the studio. That was something that I really wanted to do, especially with my first album, to really get the emotion across and to get the message across of all the songs. I was like, we need to do it live, so that was the perfect way to do it.
You mentioned Americana, and I know that's like the genre that you kind of put yourself in as a singer-songwriter, right?
Yeah.
I've sort of find I sort of struggle sometimes when people ask me what kind of music I play, and I'm like, and I've sort of joked, I've been calling everything, I'm like, oh, it's contemporary Americana, meaning like it's like modern stuff a person with an acoustic guitar wrote in America.
Well, what I call,
but I don't know how you define it though.
Americana, I feel like, is a really good umbrella to be under.
Right.
When people ask me more specifically, I say that I do Astro Soul.
Astro Soul.
So it's this new genre that I have created. And
what are you, Deftones?
Well, the thing is, I feel like a lot of people kind of fall under it, though. It's just I've put a name to something that a lot of people don't know what to put a name to.
That's cool.
So Astro Soul for me personally is like I wrote a lot of these songs come from the soul, as most songs do.
Yes.
But it has a contemporary twist with something that holds on to the old. So the soul part is like the roots, and like a lot of my roots come from jazz, folk, blues, rock, that's the soul part, and the Astro part I think is kind of like the new age twist on it. So some things that some guitar licks or whatever vocal melodies, whatever riffs that I do, that keeps it kind of new and fresh but with that old soul.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
That's
I feel like you fit in Astro Soul too.
Maybe I'm gonna start identifying that. I actually found a recent I found a recent kind of subgenre that I like. No, I like that though. I found a recent subgenre that I like that I feel like I sort of identify with, and it's called punk Americana. It's basically just like
I could see, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's something between like pop punk and emo played on an acoustic guitar, basically.
That's amazing.
Just whining about problems and playing chords.
Perfect. I mean, like, what else is music, right?
Right. There's nothing. Nothing relevant. Just kidding, Gabe. But cool. So your album's called Vagabond. When is it coming out, and where is it coming out, and on what formats is it coming out?
Okay, so as of now, it's coming out on the 25th on all social.
Of January?
Yes, so that's
What is
like
today?
later.
Today's like the.
Yeah, that's on Friday.
Woo!
Yeah, so Friday is coming out on Spotify, Amazon Music, all this stuff, and then we're gonna be putting out vinyl too eventually. So we're in the process of manufacturing the vinyl. We just got the acetate for the record, and we're just finishing up with the album cover and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
So it should be coming out probably end of February, and then we might do another like secondary release of the album then,
That's
like
really smart.
put more hype on it, and then sell more records. But I also do have
You could do like bonus tracks or demos or something.
exactly
too.
yeah. So it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited.
And you have a couple of music videos coming out now too, right?
Yes, so we have 2 music videos coming out. One of them is for a single that we already released, like a soft release.
Okay, for Change the World.
I'd
Cool.
Love to Change the World, which is originally by 10 Years After. Alvin Lee
Yeah.
wrote it, but I changed some things and made it my own. Put that Astro Soul spin on it, so yeah, that music video, I'm really excited. There's a lot of really fun Easter eggs in that one, and
Nice.
I think a lot of people are gonna really be able to catch on to that, like wildflowers. I think it's
Right
really
on.
fun.
And your other music video, can you talk about that at all, or?
I'll touch on it a little bit. I don't
Okay.
want to. It's
You don't wanna
it's
spoil it?
more it's more of a heartfelt, comforting song that I'm going to release at a point where I think people will really need it the most. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's something that will bring up a lot of emotions, and that'll really, I don't know. It's a very comforting song, and it's very like
Awesome.
makes you feel warm at the end.
Just like this. Just for clarification, I'm not drinking. It is before noon. I'm not drinking wine, though. I don't have to justify myself.
You
If
don't.
I,
We're in Napa.
I could if I wanted to. I'm drinking this delicious tea that Piper made for me out of a wine glass because we're in Napa and we couldn't find any mugs.
And
so.
my mugs are all dirty.
Well, except for your
except for
Elvis.
my Elvis one.
Yeah. It's dirty with love.
Yeah.
All right. You have anything else you want to? Anything else coming up that you want to talk about, or anything you want to shout out? Anyone you want to shout out?
I mean, obviously, shout out to Matt Ross Spang for helping me with my record, and all the amazing Memphis musicians that were on it, and Wes Graham and Kevin Houston for helping out, and just the Sam Phillips Company people, and all the people that are supporting me through this. I'm so excited, and every step of this process has been amazing. So I'm just really ready to share it with all you sexy people.
Cool.
But yeah.
Oh, awesome. Piper, thank you so much for being on here. It's,
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure to come out here. And we're actually in Casa de Piper today.
Yes.
Actually, here, I'm going to give you a little glimpse of what she's got going on in here. She's got a whole studio set up in here. This is where she lives. It's crazy.
It's true, I do.
Yeah. But so thank you for welcoming into your house and for coming on my show today. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, or don't. I don't really care. But it'd be cool if you follow me on Instagram.
And follow me on Instagram
Yeah.
too. Piper Hayes. No
Piper
Ian Hayes.
There you go. Well, this has been The Word on the Street, and we'll catch you next time.